Hello everyone and welcome back. We are on the PTS server again because a new update has been added and it's actually quite interesting. There are some new armor, some new weapons and some other stuff. Like for example, eating and drinking is no longer a necessity for you to, keep your AP and HP at the maximum, but rather you just get bonuses if you maintain them well. But never mind that, we are here to test out the new stuff. So, as you can see, I'm in here in the new set of normal armor, the Brotherhood Recon armor set, which I can test because it's one level 40 and two I do not have the secret service set on this character because this is a template character everybody gets who does not have 5 character slots filled up. So yeah, this is the Recon armor, but to me at the first glance it looks like it's gonna be the same or thereabout as the secret service armor, since it even has the radiation resistance added. There is the cave diving suit, which is actually gonna be a sort of hazmat suit, as you can see, but it is a bit heavier, even though it looks much cooler in my opinion. And there is also a normal hazmat suit added, which is the swamp camo hazmat suit, as you can see right here. It's just basically a swamp camo, sort of like a forest camo, I would say, on a hazmat suit, but it looks cool, so why the heck not? And yes, there are some other miscellaneous cosmetic items, but I'm not here to showcase those. These are the functionally new items so far. I don't know if there's gonna be more to get, but this is what we have been given to test. Now, there are the weapons, which are actually interesting. Because, first of all, look at this missile launcher. This was the sort of old boy. And there is the, where is it called? The Hellstorm missile launcher is what it's called. As you can see, the damage is actually a tad bit lower. This is 583 with Bloody Mess and Maximum Demolition Expert. This is 572, but you can modify this weapon by different variants. So this is, for example, the cryo one, which is gonna add the cryogenic explosions, like, the cryo grenade to your rocket launcher. There is the flaming hellstorm, which is gonna add flaming explosions to your missile launcher. There is the hellstorm one, which is the normal one. There is the hex barrel, which is gonna add 6 barrels instead of 4. I'm gonna have to test how it works, because actually, as you can see, it's quite a bit lower damage. It's almost 100 damage less. And there is, last but not least, should be, yes, there it is, the Plasma Hamster Launcher, which is gonna add the Plasma Explosion. And I have the highest hope for this one, because even though I haven't tested it, the Plasma Grenade is the strongest grenade in the game, pretty much. So if the Plasma Explosion does do damage over time like the Plasma Grenades does, then this might be the new best possible rocket launcher in the game. We'll see about that, though. There is also the Crusader's Pistol. Comparing it, I'm gonna show you, by the way, because you can actually craft them if you want yourself. You are given the plans for them. I don't know if you have given all the modifications for them, but you can definitely craft the pistol itself. So this is a level 45 10mm pistol, with 49 damage maximum level. This one, the Crusader pistol, is just slightly higher, the level 61 at level 50. But the good thing about it is that you can modify the receiver, not like the 10mm, which has the hardened receiver to bump up its damage, but rather you can change the ammo type to make it more damage, like the 5.56 receiver, as well as add some effects like the cryo or the flaming ammunition, which I've already crafted, so you don't have to wait for me going through that. We have the 5.56 receiver one with 67 damage. We've got the suppressed emitter pistol, as you can see, sitting only at 56, so it is being outdamaged by the pistol, the Crusader pistol. There is the where it is, the Pyro Crusader pistol, which is gonna add flaming damage, and it doesn't lower the base damage that much, thankfully. And there is also the cryo one, which doesn't say in the name, but this deals cryo damage, as you can see. So as I was saying, we are at the pistols, so yeah, it is gonna be probably the new best sort of, small caliber pistol, if you don't count the Gauss pistol, which is gonna be the hard-hitting but very slow one. We've got the Fact Finder, which actually showcases that you can now put bull barrels on the 45 Magnum. This is actually looking like it's gonna be a good one, because it has a very good set of effects, especially now after the sort of damage model remodel. Because 2-shot and explosive goes really well now, and since you use pistols mostly in VATS anyway, the less action point cost and the 2-shot isn't that much of an issue. We've got also the Plasma Cutter, which is going to be sort of a one-handed variant of the Warglaive. It does look really nice, and you can actually change the receivers. However, I am not really gonna compare it. It does look like it's gonna be the new best sort of one-handed mini weapon, but I'm gonna have to compare that to my Sheepscotch Club once it actually goes live. For now, I can't really test it well, but it does look powerful and it does look cool, so I am happy to have some new tools in the arsenal of the 100 milli guys. Then we've got the Oathbreaker, which is a custom Warglaive. It actually has the same stats, at least base-wise, than the normal Warglaive, but the effects themselves are really nice and they do synergize really well. Yeah, we also got a what's it called, Super Sledge and a Plasma Pistol, but those aren't really worth mentioning. So I think these are all the toys I'm gonna be testing today. So let's get right into it. Alright, so here we are at the White Springs Golf Club, and first I'm gonna test the pistol. As you can see, I haphazardly put together a gunslinger character. Got Bloody Mess, got all the gunslinger perks, got some sneak to go with it. It's got the tank killer because it actually boosts my pistol armor penetration as well. So I think I pretty much got every single perk that I need for the pistol sort of raw damage output modifiers. So yeah, let's compare the pistols and how they do against each other, shall we? First of all, I'm gonna be going in with the 44 Magnum, and I'm just gonna try and one-shot some ghouls without sneaking. Let's see if I can do that. Nope, can't really quite one-shot a ghoul. Yep, sadly it still isn't enough quite so. I'm a bit disappointed. I was hoping that... Go away, stupid Chimekins. Of course, you can probably boost this damage a bit more by adrenaline reaction, since I do not have the, mutations on this character, since it's something that's been given to me. But at the same time, I guess it's, still better than a 44 Magnum, so if you want something easy to get, then this is something for you, I guess. Alright, let's move on to the actual interesting stuff that are the Crusader pistols. Alright, before we start shooting, I wanna compare the other stats of the pistols other than the raw damage. So this is the 5.56 variant of the pistol. As you can see, it has a fire rate of 43, a range of 186, and an accuracy of 68. And the 10mm pistol does have a fire rate of 43, which I think was... yeah, it is the same. The range is the same. Sorry, I'm comparing it to the wrong one. Yeah, the range is the same, but the accuracy is a bit higher, as you can see. So it looks like the Crusader pistol only suffers in terms of a little bit of accuracy, but the damage is there to kind of compensate it and some more. So yeah, it does look like, based on just raw stats, that it's gonna be the new best pistol without question. But yeah, let's see its performance. And alright, so first of all, I'm gonna show you how the 10mm pistol does in terms of damage against these guys. There is a level 51 and another level 51, marvelous. So body shot, it's a 44 damage. Now, switching over to the 5.56 receiver, which is technically the highest damage dealing one. A body shot will deal 58. 58 is not small of a difference from 44, so that's already promising. But let's hope that the other receivers can hold up as well, because I want some reason to use my other pistols. So first of all, the Pyro one, which deals flaming damage. 58 was the previous one, 58 on this one as well. And it does do some lingering fire damage, so it actually outdamages the 5.56 receiver, which is interesting. And it still uses 10mm damage, or sorry, 10mm ammunition, by the way, so that's nice. We've got the Cryo one, which doesn't says in the name, but it's still a Cryo one. That's 61. I think I got a bit closer, so that's probably why the extra damage is there, but again, that's about the same damage. Let's see if I can... yeah, 58 again, so that's just the range. Alright, last but not least, we've got the Fusion one, which deals only energy damage, and it does change the ammo type, but it's still suppressed, which means that this is the very first suppressed energy weapon in the game. So, 46. Okay, so it does do smaller damage, at least to this type of enemies. So as I predicted, the energy damage is the worst in terms of raw damage output, which is a bit of a shame. You would want it to kind of be able to compete, but sadly it cannot, it looks like. But yeah, that's what you need to know about them for now. Let's see, and I'm gonna try and show you whether the Cryo Pistol can actually slow your targets down if you shoot enough at them, but hopefully you'll actually kill them before that happens. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, he actually became slowed down after a few shots, but it goes back just after a few seconds to normal. And even 1 or 2 shots do some effect, as you can see, but you will need about 3 shots to actually get the effect going properly. And I'm in danger, so I'm gonna die, but that's fine. Alright, please kill me. There you go, okay, perfect. So, This is what you need to know about the pistols. Now let's move over to the rocket launchers. Alright, so now we are moving over to the rocket launchers. This is the normal one, the 583. Let me actually quickly equip them. Alright, so here are the perks. We got Demolition Expert, Bloody Mess, and Grenadier. I don't know if Grenadier does anything for these rocket launchers. So with this and the power armor equipped, let's see what we can do with the rocket launchers, shall we? It's gonna be hard to test though, because I cannot just, you know, fire at them as precisely as with a pistol. But I'm gonna try and get a feel for the performance that I'm doing, at least. So first of all, let's see, normal rocket launcher. I'm gonna shoot at the guy. Let's see. We got 212 damage if I saw that correctly. Let's see. Another 212 damage and some extra damage from whatever. I'm guessing that's some explosive damage. Now the normal sort of Hellstorm missile launcher. It's gonna be... Let's see. Trying not to fix the range. Only 101. That's not good. Under 101. 97. Okay, so it's dealing about half the damage despite it supposedly having about the same damage as a normal missile launcher. But it does have, you know, 4 missiles. Again, just 100 and something. So this is not really good of a result so far. I go to the Hex Barrel, which supposedly does even less damage. And yes, it indeed does a little bit less damage. Only about 60 and 100, so it's there or thereabouts. As you can see, 60 and 100 interchangeably. I don't know how damage here ranks up, but again, it seemingly does a little bit less damage. Sometimes it does the same amount of damage. I don't know how this works. These rocket launchers have always been buggy. Let's go over to the flaming one. So, flaming, let's see. This is gonna be a 38. Okay, that's weird. Yep. Even less damage for whatever reason, but it does do a decent amount of flaming damage, as you can see. Their health going down quite fast, which is interesting. Now, next up we've got the cryo one, and they died from afterburn? Wow! Okay, so the afterburn of the flaming barrel is actually quite strong. I didn't expect it to be this effective. Alright, we need some more enemies to shoot at, so let's go and check out the guys at the back. This is the real animation, by the way. Okay, let's see. Same amount of damage, and there is no after damage, but they did slow down a bit. As you can see, their movements have been slowed. So I guess it can be used against the Queen, if nothing else. Just another shot. Yeah, about 96, 75, so about like the 100 damage that we got used to from the other ones. And last but not least, of course, we've got the plasma one before I die. So, plasma. There you go, and it actually does some after damage as well. Or maybe it was just the explosion. Okay, so it does not do sort of damage over time that I expected it to do from the explosion. And it doesn't want the same amount of damage. So far, to me, it looked like that the flaming one did the best in terms of performance, even if it's just based on the after damage or damage over time. There you go. Yeah, as you can see, the, you know, afterburn is actually quite strong. So yeah, that's actually surprisingly reassuring. I am satisfied with this set of performance. Alright, we got ourselves a Scorch Beast, level 53, that's oddly specific. But let's try and get him to land over here. Or just, I don't know, get some of her attention. Or his, whatever. And I'm gonna try and use the Flaming Hellstorm Missile Launcher against him. Okay, this is... If they don't stay in one place, it's a bit less effective, because as you can see, the lingering damage needs to be around this place where they are. But I guess if I can kill them with just one magazine, it's not that bad. Then again, I can't really kill them. Yeah, it's not as good as I would expect a rocket launcher to be. I would want to kill at least, you know, with a 2-shot every single Scorch that I face. But it's just not the case. So, again, while I would really want this weapon to be something I can recommend, I still cannot. And I don't think that direct damage would do anything better for me. Okay, the Scorch Beast is landing, so I'm gonna focus on him now, or her. Okay, the lingering damage doesn't really seem to be as effective as against the super mutants right now, which is odd. How about I try to keep him here by fixing him onto the ground. There you go, I got revived thankfully by that legendary perk. Apparently the cryo effect doesn't really work on the Scorch Beast, which is sad. I don't know if they added some resistance for them to the cryo damage, but it's still not doing too hot. Alright, I'm gonna try some more of the plasma one, just to make sure that I wasn't just, you know, missing it out last time. Please stop killing me. Yeah, I mean, it has a decent exposure radius at least, I guess. Yeah, as you can see, I'm dealing about as much damage as with a rocket as I would probably with a sniper rifle shot or something, so again, it's just not something I can recommend. Like, this weapon could have so much potential if they just buff the damage to be something like a mini nuke or so with less exposure radius, but nope, it's just not doing any justice for the rocket launchers. Again, like, I'm having to spend way too much ammunition to take down a single Scorch Beast, which isn't even legendary, so yep, sorry to say, but this rocket launcher isn't gonna save the explosive race, so to speak, from extinction. I will be putting on some comments of the test servers forums, by the way, to remedy that somewhat, but don't expect much of a change because Bethesda hasn't really been lenient on getting it fixed. Also, this guy did die from 2 shots, I guess. I don't know, the damage numbers sometimes don't really match up. Yeah. Still, it's just not really a good image for these. Alright, that was pretty much everything that I wanted to test. Hope you guys enjoyed and found it informative, and I see you in the next one. Goodbye, guys.